Okay, guys, now we are here to wrap up High School Musical with High School Musical 3 Senior Year. High School Musical 3 is by far my favorite in the trilogy. This movie has a 4.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Why? But I'm here to tell you guys why High School Musical 3 is my favorite of the trilogy. Again, I said trilogy. There is no fourth one to me. Even if the fourth one turns out to be good, which I know is not, so you just wasting your time with a third one, Disney. You should be giving us a sequel to Tron 3 instead. Which we're probably not going to get, but I want to see a Tron 3 instead of a High School Musical 4. And Toy Story 4, which is also unnecessary. Why you gotta ruin a good thing when it comes to High School Musical and Toy Story? Now, Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm letting that slide because at World's End, if that was the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I would have hated the way it went out. Because I've kind of warmed up to At World's End, but I still have issues with it. But anyways, the plot of High School Musical 3 is amid preparations for a basketball championship, prom, and graduation, sweethearts Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez vow to savor every moment, knowing the college plans puts the future of the relationship into question. An elaborate spring musical is just a thing for these two Wildcats and the rest of the classmates to express their fears and hopes for the future. Because this is senior year, this is it. This is the... So yeah, that's the basic plot of this movie. Let's talk about High School Musical 3, shall we? This is my favorite. This movie is full of life, full of energy, full of awesomeness. The beginning of this movie is amazing. I love how they got the Disney logo, and then after the logo is over, they put this in a little light, and then they light up the number 3 as the credits come. That was always cool. I like to see Disney do their logo like that in different kinds of variations, especially in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, where it's all dark and you got the mermaids swimming. That was cool. The beginning of this movie, the basketball scene is by far the best scene, and it is incredible. It's fantastic. And Now or Never was a great way to start this movie. This is the third and final installment of the High School Musical trilogy. This is the only film in the series to be theatrically released when its predecessors weren't. And Kenny Ortega returns as director and choreography, and the choreography has never looked better. You could tell that all the actors, over the course of these 3 movies, they put their hearts into it, their soul into it. And all the actors, you could tell every single actor in this series, they love being together. They love working with each other. And with the High School Musical series, it's like a family with our 3 main actors. It's a family, like a family. Now, I do have a few problems. One, I don't care for Tiara Gold. Jemma McKenzie-Brown, this had to be her very first movie. And if it is, she did the best she could, but I just don't like the character. She's kind of like a wannabe English version of Sharpay. I'm not against British people at all. No, British people are just fantastic. At least to me. But I didn't care for her. One, I think the movie is it does overstay its welcome with the runtime. It's an hour and 51 minutes. It does get a little boring. But I still think it's a pretty entertaining movie. And this is the second movie where Corbin Bleu and his actual real life dad has been in the film together. The first one was Jump In. That was a good one. Jump In was a good one. I have to say that. Wow. Wow. The acting in here is still. And the last problem I do have is that. Well. It's. I can't really think of a third problem because everything else in this movie is awesome. The acting is awesome. Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron. That kiss was awesome. And you could tell they have good chemistry. And because I heard they were dating while they were making this movie. That was cool. If they ever do a High School Musical reunion for it, you can't do it without Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron. There's no way. All the acting in here is great. Everyone does a fantastic job in here. Everyone just they do a great job. But I have to say that she does a great. Lucas Grabeel is great. He's an amazing choreographer. I love what they did with Ryne. They gave him the love interest, which he gets Kaycee Nielsen. Hey, if I was Lucas Grabeel's character, I wouldn't mind dating Kaycee Nielsen and taking her to the prom. Speaking of the prom, the best song in this entire franchise is A Night to Remember. I'm sorry. That's my favorite song in this entire franchise. And the way the choreography is, the way the prom dresses, and the way the prom tuxedos is, it's great. And the way the lyrics is, they're really catchy. The song is catchy. All the songs here is catchy. That should not be a surprise. Scream was also a really great song. But, and my little sister, she's a fan of High School Musical. My sister Leanne. She loves High School Musical, and she's even excited for part 3. Part 4. I'm not excited for High School Musical 4 because I already know it's going to be disappointing. But maybe it will surprise me. We'll find out. Just don't let it be a complete retread of what we already seen in 3 awesome films. I'm counting on you, Disney. I'm begging you. Also, let me just say that the choreography is, again, still good. All the musical numbers are great. Right Here, Right Now, that was a great duet. The Boys Are Back is great. Walk Away. Can I Have This Dance? The senior year spring musical was another one of my favorite parts of the movie. But when it got to that graduation, first time I saw this, I almost tore up. Because I knew this was the last time we were going to see Ryan, Sharpay, Chad, Taylor, and all the characters. And the High School Musical theme is just great. When they play it at the end of the movie, it's just great. And the best part is when after Troy gives his speech, all the people who are wearing the white graduation suits and people wearing red for their Wildcat school, they all come together and before they say, and they form the shape of the Wildcat. That was always one of my favorite parts. So yes, I have to say, High School Musical 3 is a great end to the trilogy. Do you hear me, Disney? No, of course you don't. You're the same company who gave us Pirates of the Caribbean 4, which, thank God, Pirates 4 and 5 were an improvement over At World's End. I still enjoy At World. I can watch At World's End a lot more now, but I still have to take in the problems that this movie has. It's definitely not a perfect movie. It's not a great movie, but I do kind of think it's somewhat criminally underrated. But it is still the weakest in that franchise. The weakest in this trilogy is High School Musical 2. But High School Musical 3 is the best one. And if you have a girlfriend, or if you have friends, or you have family members, if you have fans of High School Musical and you want to share this movie with them, I would recommend you do that. But these High School Musical movies, just like Descendants films, are not for everyone. Not everyone's going to like these movies. But High School Musical 3, all the High School Musical movies I really enjoy. I would love to have these in my Blu-ray or Blu-ray DVD collection, future Blu-ray DVD collection. Especially High School Musical 3, because that's gonna look good on my flat screen when I do get one. It's gonna look magnificent. I wonder how the High School Musical movies will look on a flat screen TV. So, High School Musical 3 senior year, great end to the trilogy. You knocked it out of the park. I'm gonna give High School Musical 3 senior year my Joshua Drake Rainbow Seal of Approval. Again, it's not, I do have two little issues, but they don't really take away from the movie. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of High School Musical 3 down below. How would you rank this entire High School Musical franchise? I will see you guys later, and if you like this, you can come here and we can have a good time. I'll see you guys for more Disney month and more 2017 videos.